Hey everyone, this is Shawn with JP and Associates City and Beach, and we're here to talk about, hey, what is the 5-year rule? When I bought a house, how soon is too soon to sell it, and what should I be concerned about? Welcome back. So the first thing we need to consider is, what is the 5-year rule? Well, the 5-year rule is where people say, hey, if you bought a house, you should wait at least 5 years until you consider selling it. Now, that rule has some very good merit. Some of the reasons that people tell you to wait 5 years, or the experts tell you to wait 5 years until you sell it, is you have to recoup your down payment. You have to get appreciation in the marketplace to pay for the closing costs that are typically between 8 and 10% that it takes to sell your house, so that you can actually take the appreciation or gain and use it as a down payment or towards the next house. That's why they generally say, hey, 5 years is a good rule of thumb, or the 5-year rule. Okay, now we're going to talk about what are some exceptions to the 5-year rule. So exception number 1, your neighborhood has skyrocketed in value. So in a lot of areas in the Jacksonville and Beaches area, we've had some areas that have gone up 15, 20% or more a year. So in the last couple of years, some people have doubled what they paid for a house. So if your neighborhood has gone up a lot in value, it might be time to take your chips or equity off the table. And the reason that's important is, if you've owned the home as your primary residence for at least 2 years, there is no tax implication for a married couple if it's up to $500,000 in profit and $250,000 in profit for a single person. Secondly, if you've owned it for over a year, it could be, and it's not your primary home, it could have long-term capital gains at a reduced tax rate. So that's a really good reason to take the equity out of your home, is because your neighborhood has skyrocketed. Exception number 2, your neighborhood has gone downhill in value. There are some areas in Jacksonville that we've seen a decrease or flat equity or negative equity in our area. Some of those reasons are construction. Maybe there's been power lines put up next to your neighborhood. Maybe there's some planned development that isn't positive. Maybe it's industrial, or maybe there's a new road going in or a new exit down the road, and your area is less desirable. Maybe a school that you're zoned for has gone down in rating. So these are all little reasons that you should get out before it keeps going down. And we've seen areas in Jacksonville that used to be considered premier areas that have gone way down in value and not returned. So it's another reason you should consider not following the 5-year rule when you see a decrease in sales and an activity of more homes going to the market. It's a great indication. Exception number 3 is interest rates are dictating the move. So right now we have interest rates hovering at or below 3%, depending on your individual circumstance. And that means that moving up in home or taking your equity out makes it that much cheaper to sell your home and make the move than to refinance and stay. So we have seen people with that situation makes sense, and it's the exception to the 5-year rule. Exception number 4 is you're just not happy. Life is too short. We only live once. We only have this life with our family, friends, and loved ones. So why not make the move? If you're not happy where you're at, economically, with interest rates being where they're at, it makes a lot of sense just to rip the Band-Aid off. Make the move. Maybe it is going to cost you a little bit of money to get out of the house. Maybe you're not going to make the money or recoup your down payment. But based on the numbers, you can make a lateral move and get into a home about the same payment. So we're finding a lot of people that they're just not happy. They don't like their neighbors. They don't like maybe the traffic patterns. They don't like the things that are around them. Make the move. Life is too short. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed today learning a little bit about the 5-year rule on when you should sell and some exceptions to that. Once again, if you're just curious your home's value, see if it makes sense or not for your situation, we have a link below here to check your home's value. It's a great tool. Highly recommend it. If you want to see what's out there, do a quick search. There's a mortgage calculator there as well, also below here. Once again, if you want to reach out to us, we have a small article that we can share with you that talks a little bit about the 5-year rule. So if you'd like to get that, send me an email to Shawn@jparfl.com or call the number below. We'd love to give you a free consultation of what it looks like for you to make a move.